no, who's more famous than you? You are the most famous man in the world. What are you talking about? Who's more famous? I said, Jesus Christ. And the voters, they get it. They've read it, they get it. And it's already come out. Every single channel is calling it election interference. Ready?
I want to make a suggestion to get you through election night. I have something that I think can help. And failed to rig the election. He's a rignoramus is what he is.
So Sioux City, let me ask you, how many people come from Sioux City?
Perfect state, flawless, nobody even noticed.
Trump just had his 20th wedding anniversary, but instead of celebrating with Melania, he was busy throwing a tantrum over Jimmy Kimmel's jokes. You know your marriage is in trouble when you're more upset about a comedian than forgetting your own anniversary. In this video, we're showing the exact moment Trump lost it after Kimmel exposed what everyone's been thinking about the Trump marriage. The contrast between Trump's AI lion tribute and Melania literally pushing him away is something you have to see to believe. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. What exactly did Jimmy Kimmel say that made Trump lose his mind? Let's roll the tape on this presidential meltdown of epic proportions. Jimmy Kimmel wasn't even trying that hard. He just made a simple observation about Trump's 20th wedding anniversary that somehow sent the former president into absolute orbit. While normal politicians generally laugh off jokes from late-night comedians, it's basically part of the job description. Our friend Donald has never quite mastered this particular skill. The funny thing is, this wasn't even close to Kimmel's most brutal Trump takedown. For years, Kimmel has been roasting Trump like a Thanksgiving turkey, calling him President Snowflake, and even making digs about him wearing diapers. But it was a simple anniversary joke that finally broke the orange camel's back.
For 60 days prior to an election, the Department of Injustice is supposed to do absolutely nothing that would taint or interfere with said election. His plan was to go home to Mar-a-Lago, play 5,000 rounds of golf, phone into Trump TV every morning for 10 years, and then die on the toilet. That was his plan. The case is a scam. Trump is what, 78 years old? You think he knows he can double tap the shift button on his phone? I had the weirdest dream last night. Remember that guy who used to host The Apprentice? I dreamed we elected him president.
So what did Kimmel actually say? He simply pointed out that Trump reposted this sweet photo of Melania literally pushing him away from her as an anniversary tribute. That's it. That's the joke that caused our former commander-in-chief to absolutely lose it. Trump's reaction was completely over the top. He called Kimmel a less than average person, trying too hard to be something which he is not, and went on a bizarre rant critiquing Kimmel's Oscar hosting abilities. Because nothing says I'm totally not bothered like a lengthy critique of someone's awards show performance from 5 years ago. This is just the latest chapter in Trump's ongoing feud with comedy. Remember when he actually wanted to investigate Saturday Night Live? Like, with actual government resources? He's gone after Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, and even Jimmy Fallon, whose crime was simply apologizing for a hair-ruffling incident. Talk about holding a grudge. The joke clearly hit a nerve because it exposed what everyone already suspects, that the Trump marriage isn't exactly The Notebook. It's more like The Shining, except Melania is trying to escape the hotel rather than stay there. The most hilarious part is that Trump's overreaction did exactly what every comedian hopes for. It turned a throwaway joke into headline news and basically confirmed the underlying truth that his marriage is about as warm as a polar bear's toenail. That polar bear's toenail might actually be warmer than what happens when cameras catch Melania's unguarded moments around Trump. While he was busy raging at Kimmel, something far more revealing was hiding in plain sight: how he chose to commemorate 2 decades of marriage. Instead of sharing a romantic dinner photo or heartfelt message with his wife, our former president posted an AI-generated image of himself as a lion. Yes, a lion. Nothing says happy anniversary, honey, quite like transforming yourself into the king of the jungle while your actual queen is nowhere to be seen. This bizarre fantasy becomes even more telling when you look at how Melania actually behaves around her husband in real life. Remember that infamous hand swat incident in Israel back in 2017? She literally smacked away Trump's attempt to hold her hand on the tarmac like he was trying to snatch her designer purse.
Canada, they are busy sandbagging the border right now. For everyone who says they're going to move there, no, you are not. We are not welcome in Canada.
They rigged the election. The election was rigged. I didn't rig it, they did.
He's actually right about some of that. He didn't rig the election. He tried to rig the election.
So Sioux City, let me ask you, how many people come from Sioux City?
Perfect state, flawless. Nobody even noticed. I control the weather. They would have made sure a house landed directly on you, you dement.
The moment went viral faster than a TikTok dance challenge, with everyone wondering what it revealed about their relationship. But that wasn't just a one-off bad day. The internet has become a vast archive of Melania's facial transformations whenever Trump turns away. One second she's wearing a plastic smile for the cameras, and the next, poof, her expression collapses into what looks like a mixture of disdain and exhaustion. Her smile vanishes faster than Trump's promises to release his tax returns. Body language experts haven't missed this pattern either. They've documented how Melania consistently positions her body away from Trump during public appearances, creating physical distance that speaks volumes. Her body language screams "don't touch me" louder than any words could. It's like watching someone trying not to brush against a stranger on a crowded subway, except that stranger is supposedly her husband of 20 years.
Our pretzels are being threatened by this man. What else do you need? It's like you'd think we were preparing for a zombie attack. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
They rigged the election. I didn't rig the election. They rigged the election. What they do is they rig the election and then they go around getting people and persecuting people and prosecuting people that did nothing wrong.
Wow, what the hell happened? The hats work, those stupid hats. Those hats that look like they were printed at a kiosk in the middle of a Westfield mall. He details every step, she detailed every step of the attempt to overthrow the election because it's so close to the election.
The contrast couldn't be more stark. Trump's fantasy self-image as a mighty lion versus the reality of his wife physically recoiling from his touch whenever she thinks nobody's watching. And through this entire controversy, Melania has maintained complete silence. Not a word of defense for her husband, not a single comment about their anniversary. Her silence speaks more truth than all of Trump's caps lock rage tweets combined. When you look at the bigger picture, Trump's marriage perfectly mirrors how he treats everyone in his life. It's like he's got a contract instead of a spouse. Relationship experts have been saying for years that the Trump marriage is basically a business deal in fancy clothes. He approaches his marriage like he does his real estate. It's all about what's in it for him. The funniest part isn't what Kimmel said, it's how Trump went bonkers over it. Why throw a tantrum unless the joke hit way too close to home? It's like when someone laughs too hard at a joke about them having a small ego. We all know what that means. So next time you see Trump posting himself as king of the jungle, just remember, the real king can at least get his queen to pretend she likes him in public. Poor Donnie can't even manage that.